Hello everyone and welcome to Best Side Cycling. Today I'm here in Woodinville next to the North Shore Athletic Fields, also to an entrance of the Sammamish River Trail. But today I'm going to ride the whole entirety of the Cross Kirkland corridor, also known as the Eastrail. So it's going to be about a 10-mile ride heading all the way to the South Kirkland Park and Ride. So it's going to be a nice ride today. I'm here with a hardtail that I recently featured in a climbing video, as well as, my very first time ever on a mountain bike. So this will be fun, but let's just get riding and we'll talk along the whole way. Gonna get going here, and definitely this bike is a bit over biking for all the sort of things that we're doing. The Cross Kirkland corridor, it is technically gravel, but it's pretty manageable on most tires. I'd say anything over 28 millimeters, you will feel just fine. So that's how I would put it, but we're gonna just get rolling on here. So all of these pieces of the trail I've covered individually on the channel through all the different updates, but I think this is my first time in a long time where I've just ridden it all in one go. So we're here on at Woodinville, right next to 145th, and the Eastrail does plan to eventually connect more northbound, but this is sort of where it sort of ends right now. But first we use this hawk crossing, and right next to me, you can't really see it super well from the angle, but there's like a whole lavender farm going on right now, as well as Mount Rainier, so it's a really good time. But yeah, we use this crossing to get there, and you can also see the Eastrail sign and everything from this point. So this basically works more like a stoplight. It's sort of like a hybrid of a stoplight that allows for more through traffic. But yeah, the lavender farm I was just talking about, it's right here. These people are having a nice day picking some plants, and there's the tour of the lavender that's coming up, I think just next week or so, or the week after, in Squeam, and then we're on the trail. So you're gonna hear that nice sort of gravel sound. But yeah, and most bikes definitely quite doable on here. The only thing to really note is that it does get quite dusty in the right season, so you're probably, if you're riding a lot, aiming for a good bike wash or stuff like that. But it's overall also, the whole course is quite flat because it is a rail trail following along. So this is gonna be a nice time. And yeah, today I got this bike from Hal. He's just roaring to me because I really wanted to try Heart Attack Hill, and it was a really fun time, and he took me along some cross-country trails. So that's my first ever foray into any sense of the real world of off-road biking. So definitely a new type of experience. And yeah, I think that's what cycling is about, just trying out, getting out there, seeing new things, including here. You get a fantastic sight of Rainier out to the left. There's a bit of a retaining wall sort of thing right here, right? But it's pretty clear. You can see it there today. So that's awesome. And yeah, these type of landscapes with the wide open shrubberies and everything is my favorite. And then here, it's definitely in the 80s in Seattle, around Seattle, so plenty warm. But this trail, serves as a really good connection, and it's something that I made another video on recently that'll keep on getting more expanded, hopefully connecting basically all the way past downtown Bellevue into South Bellevue and Renton and things like that. But that's still a ways away, but they're definitely making progress. So, but we're gonna ride a pretty good chunk of it today. I've been out not making as many videos recently, trying to get over the hump. But yeah, after I got back from my vacation, sort of the long form of what happened was I think I was just working different muscles and different things. My back was aching near the end, but I've just been doing physical therapy again for the past week or so. It's made a lot of improvements. So yeah, it's good to know what to look out for next time, because yeah, when you I'm 30 now, I'm not old, but yeah, you definitely need to maintain and not take some of those things for granted, I guess, in the future. So that was a lesson learned for me. But yeah, I didn't have any actual physical injury to my back, so it's good that it's sort of well on its way on its own. Not 100% yet, but at least I can ride pain-free now, so that's good. And yeah, you can see this trail, just how welcoming it is. And then on this setup, definitely it is quite comfortable. Really not much to think about. But there are sometimes a lot of these thorns on the sides, like blackberry thorns. That's something to look out for if you ride out into the country. Those are probably one of the main causes of flats around here, even more so than just like staples or metal debris. So look out for those sometimes. I sort of expected there to be more people, but I guess up in this section closer to Woodinville, there isn't typically that too many, and also, as I said before, it's actually quite hot today. But yeah, this is a nice little spot. The next connection we're going to have to do is just a tiny bit awkward, but you'll see it coming up. All right. Oh man, this bike is fun. Because I've always been so nervous about descending and handling the bike on off-road terrain. Having this like sort of over bike makes it a lot more less daunting. But also, to be honest, my personality, I'm not that huge into driving my bike to ride. I just like the idea of being able to ride straight from my house and ride back to my house. There's just something that feels a lot more natural about it. But I definitely think that if you are super into nature or really want the car-free experience, then that's the way to go. But anyway, as I was saying, the transition is from here. You sort of have to basically do this U-turn onto a paved trail that goes up and back over. I think it's like the Willows connector. So, and then there's like a separate rail line that we follow for more of the actual cross Kirkland corridor. So this is a bit of a climb now. There really isn't much climbing to on this whole like 10 miles. This is probably the lion's share of it. But definitely getting out to here in Woodinville, this is like a lot more where a lot of east side road riding likes to happen, as well as back over there. If you just go a little bit, there's that Toll Pipeline Trail, which is, yeah, part of a really famous course here called Thrilla, but I can't really speak much to it because I've never done it in full. I just rode some of it for the first time today. So oh, it's hot. They found a good shady spot. Yeah, we'll see some other people doing this crossing that we're gonna do. This part is actually sort of steep. Let me go back around. But this bike has gears for days. I think the lowest is 3440. Thank you for stopping. All right, let's continue on the Eastrail. Oh, they updated some of the signage to include the new logo. Or not new, but their own Eastrail branded logo. So when I'm riding along this trail, there's usually like these two very nice, more packed sort of lines you can take that really feel really empty, but with this bike, it all feels like road, so it's all about the same now. That's pretty cool. So it does give a very satisfying noise that people talk about. This little bit of gravel noise you hear, almost like white noise as you're riding along. Some people maybe don't like it as much, but I think it's all right. And yeah, we're gonna keep going here where we're gonna see sort of the next, probably actually one of the more near-term phases for the Eastrail and where they might do some work. There's a crossing near Slater Avenue. I think maybe it's called 132nd, I'll correct it later, where right now it's a very awkward crosswalk crossing that you'll see me do. But I think they might plan for some type of interim solution there as well. So oops. This part of the ride, it's mainly like more industrial type of buildings around and nearby. Not much of the view that we just had earlier. A couple crossings here. But yeah, just behind all these office buildings and stuff. But the trail will definitely get a lot busier once you get sort of closer to downtown Kirkland, because that's where there's just a lot more residential areas and then people just rocking, riding along. But here is that crossing, and probably a good reason why this part isn't as busy. But you'll see what we have to do, as we have to do basically a big U to get back on track. Eastrail. Yeah, the detour is basically sidewalk, so there technically is no cars. Maybe on some days you might risk and just go across, but I do not recommend that. The real only way is just to take this slowly along. Slip lanes are also a big place where you just need to watch out for traffic. Looks like they redid this curb recently though. And yeah. Oh yeah, it is 132nd Avenue and Slater. We have some other cyclists there that have encountered the same thing in the opposite direction. But I think in terms of planned solutions, I think the latest I saw was maybe the same of like a hawk crossing or something. But yeah, hopefully that will be something, because I think this is sort of the main missing, very awkward connection in the stuff that is out right now. But hopefully soon. But this paint on the ground, this green paint is new since I came here last. But riding around here, around sort of North Kirkland, is definitely, yeah, a lot of cars, more just painted bike lanes. All right, we got the signal. And we just gotta make it back over there. So, yeah, there's quite a lot of dealerships in this area. The really big Toyota Kirkland dealership. And off we go. Yeah, the signage really changes from place to place, because right there it listed the Cross Kirkland Corridor Trail. Also a clear sign of the speed limit, 15 miles per hour, as per most of the King County trails. And back on this stuff. Alright. Nice light up beacon light here. And we're going to be approaching the Totem Lake connector, another awesome piece of infrastructure that was built here in the not too distant past. Because you can start to see over there a lot of the newer construction. Totem Lake in general is like, I don't know the exact designation, but it's basically an area where they're doing a lot of development. So yeah, over the past like 3 years, they've added a ton of stuff there. So it's definitely a good spot to roll by, grab some salt and straw and other of the new places there. I like the Don't Yell at Me boba. But yeah, here is that connector right here. As you get to do a little spiral and get across all these big vehicle arterials. Watch out where you're descending. that person definitely had a bit of a twitch when they realized I was there. So definitely expect other riders as you're going. And yeah, I think also this bridge features some really nice lighting when it gets dark. You can see a tiny bit on the sides. There's some lights. Oh, these stools are new to me. I haven't seen them last time on these little white ones. But I'm not sure if you want to just stand there in the heat right now. The lighting here on the trail is also pretty good. Obviously can't really show it off right now, but you can see how they're set up here on the right. So 120th Avenue. And then more of these light up crosswalks. Okay. And we keep on going. Yeah, generally this trail I would say is very easy to navigate. Just aside from that big mini detour that we did, but then again there was signs, it was sort of obvious where you needed to go. So yeah, it's a very nice trail. I think coming up we're also going to be greeted by a very famous animal on this trail, and then I think people, as soon as I say that, I think people that ride this trail often know which one I'm talking about. I think it's this really nice frog sculpture that will be on our left. I don't know if it has a name, but I'm sure it does. It's not going to be too far from here now. Another big crossing. Hello. Oh yeah, you'll see majority of the bikes on here are nothing close to what I'm riding right now. But yeah, in terms of whether this will stay like this forever, in the master plans it does call for it to be paved, but I feel like the Eastrail has a lot of other priorities, and I think it's like a mixed bag in terms of fully if people want it paved or not, this trail. But I think how they've done like the newly sections, like the Eastrail and the South Bellevue side and to near Renton, it's a good setup because it's pavement in the middle and gravel on the sides. I feel like that can appease a lot of the people, but yeah, it's probably nothing I heard of yet because of this getting worked on exactly. I do really appreciate the shade right now. This shade is wonderful, sort of, the half shade that we're getting. Oh, I love that setup. They had 2 kids in the back on that cargo bike. But yeah, this is a very, very direct way from Woodinville to just all the way to Bellevue, really. I don't think there's any really much more direct way, but I would say there's a lot of times, yeah, there can be a lot of people, as well as, yeah, some people might not like this type of surface. My only gripe with it is that it's super dusty, so it guarantees a bike wash each time. And yeah, because of the more of the people, if you're really going over those trail speeds, definitely there's some other roads, or the 520 trail could be a nice alternative. But where's that frog that I was talking about? It should be right around here. Coming up real soon. All right, I see it. And here he is. I wonder if I can find out his name. Maybe there'll be a sign somewhere. All right, here it is. So yeah, next time you pass by here, make sure to take a photo as well. I love the art. I don't know what it is. It's basically like these little O-rings is what it's composed of. But nice. All right, let's keep rolling down. All right, and then I saw a sign there that's called a frog crossing. So that gives a little bit of the, answers a bit of the mystery. But you can see the dust clouds that other riders are leaving behind. So that's really what I was referring to. But yeah, in terms of first time riding a mountain bike, definitely in the opposite direction of my Bromptons. This one is a really nice one though, that I got lent, because it's a very, very lightweight one. This one is like maybe all up just like 20, 21 pounds. So it goes a lot, it's a lot zippier than I expected. And very, very comfy, of course. So now that I have this to borrow, I'm tempted to try some gravel routes that I was always a little bit too nervous to. So really, this channel might be expanding yet again, we'll see. But as I said, yeah, I don't usually find myself having the time or the energy or dedication to drive out for my rides. So just a few more big blocks and we'll really get into the busier parts of the trail. Sort of closer towards downtown Kirkland, goes closer to the Google campus around here. So, and you can start to see some residential homes and things around us. And then right now I'm rocking flat pedals with the 510 shoes. I've had these 510 shoes for a long time, but now I finally feel like they're right at home, or I'm using them for the right cause. Definitely do look out for all these different road crossings, but been pretty good experience so far. And then here there is this old, I think it's a railway station. And something I should call out is that there's this group called East Side Coffee Outside, I think. They meet every Wednesday here right in the morning. So for all the commuters, they can grab a coffee. So definitely come here and check it out if you ever have time. But yeah, we're definitely running into more cyclists now. Okay. We're here into a very notable part of the Eastrail, very nice part of it. Into Feriton Spur Park. They've done a ton of stuff here, probably a lot on Google's involvement as well. But there's water, there's restrooms, basically all you would need. And this, I think, this nice brewery outside as well. And this mini water park, perfect for a day like today. And there's pickleball courts and basketball courts. So this is a destination in itself with all these different amenities. Passing by this pickleball court. And right through the Google campus. And I think there's even volleyball here. So there's really everything. But, oh, I went the wrong way. I was supposed to go left there. I just got distracted by this volleyball court. But we'll get back on there. Hopefully. Or maybe we'll have to. No, we're okay. Going this way. The summers here have been getting hotter and hotter, but one thing I can still definitely appreciate is that at least we have some decent greenery as you ride around. That's not the case in some other states. Everything just turns to yellow in peak summer. Here we keep some of the green, but it's changing a little bit. Alright, never mind. Today's just a lot quieter than I thought. It's Saturday about 2:30 or so, I think, right now. So the heat definitely is keeping people away. So this really isn't indicative of usually what it would be like. But this is where is one of my favorite parts of the trail, because the views to the right really open up, as you can see, sort of Seattle and beyond. So with the addition of this hardtail, I have now in my stable, in my household, there's 8 bikes. So I'll do a video on that soon. It feels sort of cruel to include this one, yeah, but here's a good viewpoint that someone's definitely enjoying. super clear views of the lake from here. But yeah, there's my Ethos, my main carbon road bike. There is my Contend, my aluminum road bike. There's my Defy, my original carbon road bike that's now sort of my spring bike because it has fenders on it. Then there is my e-bike, the Specialized Turbo Vado. Then there is two Bromptons. One is a C-Line mid-bar, so it's sort of my cruiser, and then my T-Line, which is sort of my main sort of travel sort of bike that I want to go at least do some fun stuff, or when I go overseas and want to ride hard rides as well. That's basically a road bike replacement. And then, what did I say? I have my belt drive bike, there's this bike, and then there's the bike that's on my trainer. So that one does not move around. So yeah, I added up real quick. I definitely have the full range. I definitely have redundancies, but I actually do find myself riding a lot of them a lot of the time. They're all very fitted to its own use case. But yeah, here, great spot. You can see all the Seattle skyline from here. Let me just stop for a second. I'll show you. Because this spot definitely is a one to check out if you're not from this area or you're just being here. Just a wide open view now. You see everything across. So nice opening here. Because for my ride today, we're almost there actually. I'm over at the South Kirkland Park and Ride, and that's a very natural spot because it's right off the trail, and it's also right next off to a freeway sort of off ramp. So it's a good spot to meet people for a ride and stuff like that. So you can also see that here, as well as got bus connections, all the works of course. But it is not on the 2-line, which is not as uber convenient in the future. Yeah, 2-line would be the closest one to the Eastrail. It's probably the Spring District station or the Wilburton station. Wilburton's right on the Eastrail technically. The Spring District is slightly above. So both those stations are very good options, but I don't think either of them formally has a park and ride type of situation like South Bellevue does. All right, so we are made it to my end of riding this trail. So this is, oh wait, not yet. This is almost there. One more. Sometimes even I get a little confused. But the surface of the trail stayed the same for the whole time. Let me know what you thought of this video overall, if you enjoyed it. Remember to roll the like button, subscribe. I've been a bit of a hump in terms of uploading, but I know once I start the flywheel going, there'll be a lot. So yeah, I really want to get back into it. Also, I do have this 5K subscriber meetup ride coming up very soon, so don't miss out on that. It'll be a good time. We're hoping we can just come out. Free stickers. So I'm going to raffle off one of the custom caps that I ordered. That's already here. And then yeah, I was planning maybe like a 10-mile. Probably take an hour and a half or so, or 2 hours of looping around, taking some photos, show you guys some of the new infrastructure around Seattle, or some nice trails to ride. So that should be a very good time. But let's get there, as it's now feeling really hot. The thing about Pacific Northwest is that, unlike maybe some other parts in the world, our hottest point in the day is actually around 4 to 5 p.m. So that's something to look out for and adjust to. And yeah, here's all the people now. Oh. Guy trying out his hoverboard. And we've made it. That was a good ride. I don't always get the chance to just ride with you guys like this, so when I saw that I was doing this, I figured it'd be a good chance. Maybe not as interesting as the Netherlands, but still a lot of stuff nonetheless, and highly recommend you chain this route with the other trails. So yeah, as I was just doing the Sammamish River Trail, or there's the 520 trail. There's a lot of trails to sort of connect up with. But I am making a right turn here. So
So there's definitely more still to the trail, as this is sort of where it ends in Kirkland, but you can head over to Bellevue all the way to the new Northeast 8th Street Bridge across to 4th Avenue where the Home Depot is. But this is where I'm ending my ride today here at the South Kirkland Park and Ride. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you liked about it, what trail you want to see me ride next, and I'll see you all in the next video.